Hello Libra, Libra Rising and Libra Moon people. This is your weekly astrological and card horoscope for the week starting June 26th, 2017. And a quick reminder for you Libra people out there, remember it's the last week of the pre-sale discount special I've got going on for the Tarot Home Study course that I'm going to be debuting on the 1st of July. After that it goes up to regular price, and it will be, however, available for download and purchase again on the 1st. And so if you have your pre-order discount voucher, you can just go ahead and redeem it and grab it. And if you'd like to do that, you can go to my website, integrativemysticism.com, and I've been telling everyone, if that's hard to remember when I say it, you can always make the terribly perilous voyage down to the links in the description bar below this video. So, what is going on with your astrology this week? Well, this week it seems to be all about your career sector. We've got Mars, planet of action, energy, and conviction in your 10th house of career, making a gorgeous trine connection to Neptune, currently retrograde, in your 6th house of reputation, work, schedule, and basically how you are seen, what you're doing, what you're actually known for. And this is a considerable boost to your popularity at the office, or how well you are known with your business. This could be a breakthrough, or possibly even some big payoffs coming on with some initiatives that you have been trying to put forward that have been obscured in the past. See, Neptune retrograde tends to get us away from obscurity. If you've been having a hard time, getting a marketing campaign off the ground, getting noticed by people you've been filing applications with, having a chance to actually be seen or have those negotiations with a boss or a higher up, this is the kind of thing you want to have going on. And luckily on Monday we get the trend started off right. On Thursday, we've got Mercury in that 10th house of career forming an opposition to Pluto, currently retrograde, in your 4th house of home and family. And while a breakthrough, hey Rambo, here he comes, hey, while a breakthrough may be going very, very fine and well for you, in fact, things may be going too fast for either a family member or a living situation to cope. And there may be a situation going on where you have to pay attention to what quick demands this opportunity is actually putting on you. This may be a sudden trip, or maybe an opportunity to take on a great job, but it may change the way you handle, home routines. Whatever is going on, there is an issue coming up around this that, will need to be addressed in order to make good, again, on this big break that seems to be in negotiations all week long. So what's going on with your cards this week? Well, for your spiritual advice, we do have the card of the Weaver. Okay? And the Weaver definitely is one of the cards that talks about, well, yeah, fate intervening, destiny intervening. Now, those of you who get readings with me, who ask me, do I believe fate is set in stone? I say no. I believe fate is a tide. Sometimes it's strong, sometimes it's weak. It's just like the energies of astrology. Well, the energies are especially strong this week because with the Weaver we have something that is basically, going in your favor that you may have either been avoiding or has been, again, unknown to you going on behind the scenes. And typically with the Weaver we need to pay attention to where, certain things beyond our control are intervening in our life, but actually they are doing it in a way that we are seeing immediate rewards, in spite of the fact that there may also be some momentary discomfort in the beginning. The Weaver card can indicate a situation where, again, a breakthrough for you may require compromises in your regular daily life as you come to know it, but you don't want to actually forego your evolution to stay in a comfy rut. For your Earth sector, when it comes to your work and your finances, we do have the Three of Cups upright. And interestingly enough, the Three of Cups upright, again, talks all about popularity and connecting with, connecting friends with work opportunities, work friends getting closer to you, but possibly even a friend or a colleague or a peer actually becoming an instrumental boost for you, or somebody who provides a boost for you. If you're looking for a new job, you may actually find a job working alongside a friend or a relative or somebody that you're already close to, whether it's because they brought an opening to your attention, or by happy coincidence, you know exactly where this job's going to land you. The Three of Cups upright can also indicate a great opportunity for, again, things to start picking up traction. If you need word of mouth, or, you know, or even just things to start hitting the pavement, if you need to actually get out there to an audience, a readership, a customer base, the Three of Cups is saying word of mouth is working in your favor, and you may actually notice a more lucrative week than you've had in the last 2 months. For your communications with air when it comes to your friends, your relatives, and the others in your life, we do have the Lovers card reversed. And this card can indicate some distressing news coming, but it's not necessarily regarding you. But an alliance around you may be breaking down, not necessarily an alliance with you. This could be a situation where two friends, or possibly even a couple in your life, is deciding to call it quits in a very literal sense with the Lovers reversed. But the Lovers reverse can also indicate a situation where a pact or a promise or a commitment made between two people or a team is actually, you know, having to go away, or maybe even just be recanted or taken off the table. And this may be a situation where you and maybe a friend of yours are still able to commit to this, but one person cannot do this anymore. Or perhaps with the Lovers card reversed, it may be a situation where you've noticed that two people are not keeping an important promise to one another. Either way, it affects you in some way just by being in that environment. And so it is going to be something, you know, it's kind of murky to navigate, but I do think that, you know, whatever is happening now is ultimately, you know, something that was probably building up for a while. For your challenge this week with fire, we do have the Queen of Pentacles reversed. And the Queen of Pentacles reversed can indicate somebody who's been riding your coattails. Usually the Queen of Pentacles reversed, we see somebody who has not necessarily been providing, you know, I guess you could say, their input, their effort, their energy into something that you actually share credit for. This could actually be a friend, a work teammate, something along those lines. And sometimes with the Queen of Pentacles reversed, we see somebody who's not necessarily being the adult they think they are. Sometimes with this card, it may indicate somebody who's been taking advantage of our generosity, taking advantage of our kindness, or again, maybe even, you know, taking advantage of our experience or their association with us. And there may be a point this week with that Queen of Pentacles reversed where they take it a bit too far. For your emotions with water and your romantic life, we do have the Eight of Wands reversed. And I think we're backtracking a little bit. Seems to be the impression I'm getting from this card. The Eight of Wands reversed is something that was begun a bit too quickly, a bit too haphazardly, or just a bit too rushed is going to have to be reconsidered. Now, we're already involved with it. We're already doing it. Okay, that's the thing about the Eight of Wands reversed, and it just may be a need for a pause so the environment can catch up with us. For those of you who are single and looking, the Eight of Wands reversed may indicate that there's, you know, we may actually reconsider somebody that we walked away from too quickly or prematurely. And we may be seeing a new side of themselves, a new quality of them that actually makes them quite appealing. And so it may be somebody that we do want to actually be more patient with. For those of you who are currently coupled, the Eight of Wands reversed again kind of carries that air of where have you and your partner perhaps embarked on some kind of venture a bit too quick, or perhaps even made a decision on behalf of a relative or one of your children a bit too quickly. Maybe we decide we don't necessarily want our child going into that school after all, even though it looks good on paper. Or perhaps we agreed to make some kind of commitment in the months ahead that we just realized we actually may have double booked ourselves, and it's time to take that off the table before any damage is done. So that is your horoscope, Libra. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And of course, if you ever want to get a session, you can always follow the links below. Or go to integrativemysticism.com. I'll talk to you later.